Buckle up and get ready because we're about to talk about some insane facts about our solar system. When you think about the vastness of space, your mind conjures up visions of galaxies, black holes, and maybe even rogue planets that are light years away. But don't count out our solar system just yet. It's pretty big too, almost unimaginably so. NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft was launched in 1977. Over 3 decades later, in 2012, it became the first man-made object to reach interstellar space by crossing the heliopause, or the edge of the heliosphere. That's the boundary beyond which most of the sun's ejected particles and magnetic fields dissipate. That sounds like a long way, but wait, there's more. According to NASA, if we define our solar system as the sun, and everything that primarily orbits the sun, Voyager 1 will remain within the confines of the solar system until it emerges from the Oort cloud in another 14,000 to 28,000 years. Now that's something. Have you ever heard the saying, "In space, no one can hear you scream"? Tell that to NASA. The American Space Agency uses data sonification to take signals from magnetic fields and turn them into audio tracks. This allows us to hear what's happening in space. Some of these sounds are pretty far out, pun intended. While we're talking about things that are far out, did you know that the Martian sunset is blue? Don't worry, Mars isn't sad. Dust in the planet's atmosphere is made up of fine particles that allow blue light to penetrate more effectively than red, orange, or yellow. Maybe the Blue Man Group will come out of retirement to put on a Martian show if we ever make it there. That could be an expensive performance. It costs a lot of money to launch things into space. In 2016, each pound of cargo cost nearly $10,000 to ship into space. Nowadays, something as small as a 16-ounce bottle of water costs more than $40,000 to get up there. I hope nobody's thirsty. We talk a lot about carbon footprint, but what about astronaut footprints? On the moon, that is. Did you know that footprints on the moon from the 1969 Apollo mission could last more than 100,000 years? That's a long time. They might even outlast us. Let's go back to Mars for a minute. While Mars is pretty quiet now, massive volcanoes once dominated its surface. Of those, Olympus Mons is the biggest volcano ever discovered in the solar system. At 374 miles across, the volcano is roughly the size of the entire state of Arizona. It's 16 miles high, which is triple the height of Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. By volume, according to NASA, Olympus Mons is 100 times larger than Earth's largest volcano, Hawaii's Mauna Loa. Anyone ready to join the 16-mile high club? On second thought, you may not want to join that club after all. While Mars does have oxygen, there isn't much. Mostly Martian air is made up of carbon dioxide. You couldn't just climb out of your spacesuit and start breathing the air. Not yet, at least. There are plans to use Mars' thin carbon dioxide atmosphere to manufacture oxygen to not only breathe, but to also use as fuel. But these plans are still highly experimental and won't be realized for many years to come, or perhaps never. While breathing on other planets is still out of the question, staying hydrated may not be. Water was once considered a rare substance in space. The truth is that water ice exists all over the solar system. It's even a common component of comets and asteroids. Water can be found as ice in shadowed craters on Mercury and the Moon, although we don't know if there's enough to support future human planetary colonies. Mars also has ice at its poles, in frost, and most likely below the surface dust. Even much smaller bodies in the solar system have ice. Saturn's moon, Enceladus, and the dwarf planet Ceres, for example. Imagine drinking a nice tall glass of Mercurian Kool-Aid. Which space facts shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments section.